Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. I'm so glad you're back, and I'm so glad I'm back. I am currently 11 weeks postpartum, which is wild to think I have an almost 3-month-old. So I thought I would talk about the things that I use the most or things that I would find helpful for the first, I'd say 2 to 2.5 months. So let's get started. So first, I would say this is kind of like feeding category. I absolutely suggest getting a Haakaa. At first, I will admit, I hated the Haakaa. I didn't use it. I tried and I just didn't like it. But I think I wasn't used to breastfeeding, so it was a process. But now, after the first 4 weeks, this thing is amazing. I have created a freezer stash using this in a pump, but mostly the Haakaa is super simple. You just flip it down, suction it. Works great, collects milk, and I would even suggest getting 2 of these because then you don't have to worry about sterilizing and washing in between every single use. Next, if you are breastfeeding, the Silverettes, I don't really think the brand matters, but these things, lifesavers. I used these nonstop. I would feed and put them back on and feed and put them back on, and I wore these religiously for 6 weeks. Amazing. And still sometimes I put them on. Nipple butter was one thing that I personally didn't care for, but these, lifesavers. The next thing, I have a baby with really bad reflux, and so the clothes were getting destroyed. So I would just suggest any bibs. I have some of these cotton ones from Target. These are just Carter's brands ones, but I also have Muslim ones. So any bib, I pretty much feed her in the morning and then throw one on, and that way if they spit up or get stuff all over, as long as it doesn't get on their clothes, you just change out the bib. Much easier than changing an entire outfit. Along the same lines, burp cloths, because your girl, I had 1 pack of these, 1 pack of 10, and I ordered a second pack because I was having to do laundry literally almost every day because I ran out of these. And again, this is totally based on your baby. Because Harper spits up nonstop, these were a necessity, but I guess if you don't have a reflux or spit up baby, you wouldn't really need these that much. But if you do, these are just the Muslim ones from Amazon. I think they're called Spotted Play or something like that, if you want to know the name. But these, I love, love, love these. The other thing I would suggest is the My Breast Friend breastfeeding pillow. I also have the Boppy. However, I didn't love the Boppy for breastfeeding. It's good for other things, but personally, I just didn't care for it. The My Best Breast Friend one, which I don't have with me because it's in her room and she's napping right now, but that one, chef's kiss. Literally used it every single day for the first 4 weeks. After that, I use it occasionally now, but that's because I think I got the hang of it, but it was a lifesaver. As far as pacifiers go, it really depends on your kid because we literally tried I think 6 different brands, and these Tommee Tippee ones are the only ones she will take, and even then she's not a lover of pacifiers. We use them occasionally when we really have to. She will take these, but again, that's so up to your baby, so it's going to be based on what they like. So don't waste your money and put a bunch of one pacifier on your registry. Just wait and see, get a few different ones, or get one that you might think they might like, and then you can always buy more because otherwise you're just going to waste a bunch of pacifiers. Kind of lastly, in the breastfeeding area, I would suggest having some kind of pump. It could be the Spectra plug-in pump. I personally have these Willow Go ones, which I'm not gonna lie, I don't love them, but I also don't hate them. I don't know if I just it's user error, most likely. I feel like I was collecting quite a bit of milk with these. Now I'm not collecting as much, but I don't know, maybe it's just user error. I mean, they're not bad. They do collect milk and they do the job. They fit in nicely. They're not too loud, but just some kind of pump if you are planning to go to work or need one. I am not back at work yet, but when I do go, I will have to be pumping. I will try to keep using these and maybe I'll get better at it. If not, then we may have to switch to something else. But I really do like Willow products. I have a couple other ones. They're good for what they are. So, okay, next category would be kind of diapering bath. And let me tell you what has been the game changer of a lifetime is a diaper caddy. I have a 3-story townhome, and so lugging the baby all the way up to change a diaper is ridiculous. And so having this diaper caddy has been game changer. And pretty much what I keep in it, I have a portable changing mat, which I had just taken out, but really cute little one from Amazon. And then these diapers, Freestyle. If you see this, I would love to do a brand deal with Freestyle or just to get some Freestyle diapers. These are incredible. TCF, they're cheaper than Huggies and Pampers, and they're totally chlorine free. No smell, no fragrance, nothing. These are amazing. Never had a blowout. However, my only beef with these is she was so tiny when she was born, and until very recently, she did not fit in these. They were just way too massive. So even though the packaging says like 6 to 12 pounds for size 1, we really didn't start using these till she was almost 8.5 pounds for a nice fit. But after that, just incredible. The other TCF diaper that we have tried, that it's okay, it's great, it helps to save a little money. It's not like the best diaper, it's not the worst diaper, but it is totally chlorine free as well, are the HEB Field and Future diapers. Like I said, they're just nice because they are cheaper than the Freestyle. I kind of use these occasionally during the day when I know around the time so when she's not gonna have like big poops or anything, and they do the job. They're not like incredible, but they work. And then for an ECF diaper, we really did like Millie Moon for a while. And then all of a sudden she didn't fit in them anymore and we were having blowouts. So if your kid fits in them, they were amazing and so soft. And I wish she still fit in them, but to be said, each kid their own. The other thing we love are the Honest wipes. These ones are so fantastic. Love these. We pretty much use one wipe. Even with a blowout, we use maybe 2 wipes. And it literally gets everything, and I feel like we're going through these not super fast because they collect and absorb so much. So game changer. We also just have like a wipe dispenser, and this has been great. We keep it in the diaper caddy and it just makes it easier to pull one wipe at a time. The other stuff that we keep inside of our diaper caddy is just diaper rash cream, which this Honest one we've used, and her rash is gone within 1 day pretty much when we use this. And then we also have some Honest lotion. The other thing I would suggest getting is the Nose Boogie Picker, like some kind of boogie picker, which unfortunately is upstairs in her room right now. But you know what I'm talking about, like just the little like tips. And this, the one from Nose Frida, it has like 4 different features. Incredible. She gets so congested and so many boogies, and this is the way to go. The Boogie Picker. The Snot Sucker thing, did not like that, was not a fan. This though, love. And we usually also just keep a pair of socks in case her feet get cold. But that's pretty much the diaper caddy, and 100% suggest having one of these in your house. The other thing is she does have like some little bit of rash and eczema and also baby acne. We've loved this Mustela, I guess you say, face wash. You just put it on like a washcloth, dry, and then we just wipe her face with it. It's really clean ingredients, it does the job, and it really does help with baby acne and also just keeping her face clean. So we love this. If you're loving this content, please let me know what else you guys want to see. If you want to have a morning routine or a night routine, but make sure you subscribe, leave a comment, and give a thumbs up because I want to make more content for y'all. I don't know how often it'll come out, but I want to know what you want to see. So let's move on to the sleeping category. Now let me tell you, sleep has been an interesting one. We just have a girly who just doesn't like to nap. She doesn't want to miss out on the action. That being said, your baby's still gonna have to sleep, and these are the things that we use literally every single day and was 100% worth the money. First off is a Hatch machine, or not Hatch, it can be just any sound machine. We have this little Hatch Rest and Go, which we've been using in our room at night on her bassinet, and then she has the actual like Hatch sound machine in her room that she uses during the day. But any kind of sound machine, lifesaver, this is great, and you could literally use this as your only one instead of getting 2 if you really needed to. It hooks onto a stroller, anything you need, it's portable, fantastic, must have. The next thing is just a reliable baby monitor. We have the Mom Cozy one. I actually got this brand new sealed in a box at half price off Facebook Marketplace, and it's great. It does the job. I mean, I don't really know what you need. All I know is I like the non-Wi-Fi. The only downside is like, I guess if you have a babysitter in the house and you want to check on your kid, you wouldn't be able to, but like, we love this. It works great. It does what it needs to do. So yeah, just a reliable baby monitor. Then when it comes to pajamas, there's just something superior to a 2-way zipper. Don't be messing with the buttons or anything else at night, or a 1-way zipper, horrifying. You need the two-way zipper, little jammies, and we honestly love the feel of like these modal like bamboo ones, but the cotton ones, like the Carter's ones, they're also great. It really just depends how cold or warm it is in her room, but any little like two-way zipper, life-changing. As far as sleep sacks and swaddles, let me tell you how many different things we had to try. We first did like the hospital swaddle, and that girl broke her arms free no matter how tight we did it. So everyone was like, use the Ollie, use the Ollie. She hated the Ollie, and she could still get her arms out, which I don't know how, because everyone I talked to was like, oh, my kid couldn't get out of that. We would like literally straight jacket her into that thing, and within a few hours her hands were like literally up here. So we just gave up on the Ollie and we moved on to the Love to Dream. Now she loved this, however she can literally whip herself around in this thing even when she was like 2 or 3 weeks old. However, it was the only way that we could kind of swaddle her and get her to sleep at night. So this was fantastic, and we used this up until I think about 10 weeks. So a week or two ago, we kept using it for naps. However, she literally like whipped her body around in this thing, and we noticed she would wake herself up all the time. So we had to transition out of this, but for the first, I guess, 10 weeks of her life, this was life-changing. So Love to Dream swaddle was incredible. Then we had moved on to the Dreamland baby weighted sleep sack. Now we did have to wait quite a while to use this. I guess we could have used this if she was heavier, but you have to be 8 pounds to be in this, and she wasn't 8 pounds until like 9 weeks old. So we just started using this maybe 2 weeks ago or so, and she sleeps like a freaking baby in this thing. Once we put her in this, she literally slept through the night, like 7.5 hours on the first night we used it, and it was game changer. Because she doesn't love her arms tucked in, what we did is we would put one arm tucked in and the other arm out, but not like all the way out, just like in between the two, so she could move it around, and she loved that. Now she has both arms out. And we have one arm out through here, and then the other one just kind of hangs inside. Sometimes we put both in, sometimes we put both out, honestly. But either way, she literally sleeps 9, 10 hours a night with this thing on. It's been game changer. I don't know what I would do without this. Love the Dreamland weighted sleep sack. Can't suggest it enough. It has given us so much sleep at night. She still doesn't love sleeping during the day, but at night we sleep like babies. The other thing that you would really need is just somewhere safe for them to sleep at night, like a bassinet next to your bed or a crib, whatever you're going to put. A hard, flat surface, fantastic. We also, in the beginning, used the Snuggle Me a lot for her to like take naps supervised down here, just so we wouldn't have to take her up and down the stairs. And we would put this on the couch and just like put her in it while we were doing stuff here or sitting on the couch with her. Or we also have like a little bassinet, like play crib down here, and we would put this inside of that and then lay her in that and just kind of do stuff here around, watching her the whole time. So obviously I know there's a lot of debate about this. Just keep your eye on your baby. And yeah, we ended up using it a lot, and now we use it a lot for tummy time, which is great. So we love this, and we just bought a bunch of little covers because, like I said, reflux is bad, so we just wash the covers and throw them back on. All right, we'll move on to like playtime, like travel essentials. I have this right behind me. We have the Lovevery playmat. I think anywhere that is like soft and cushy and safe for you to put your baby down would be great. We love the Lovevery playmat. She absolutely loves these like contrast cards, which I think are also essential. She is obsessed with checkers and stripes, so we leave it a lot on these, but we do all of them, which comes with the Lovevery playset. She loves like the little noises and the toys that come with it. So definitely, it doesn't have to be this one. We also have the Fisher-Price piano mat up in her room. We use that one a lot too, the little Purple Monkey song. She loves it, we love it. It keeps her happy. So something like this is fantastic. I know every baby is different, so some babies love it, some hate it. We have the Baby Delight bouncer. The first like month of her life, she was not a fan. We tried it occasionally, she would just cry in it. Now she's obsessed with this thing. We just added an extra toy to the little bar. This is basically the dupe for baby Bjorn, and it's amazing. It does the same thing, and it's at like 1/3 of the cost. So definitely get this. If you can buy it secondhand, that's great, because I know not every baby loves bouncers, and this is completely washable. We threw it in the washer already, I think 3 times. So Great investment. She loves it. We're so thankful. It's a great wake time toy. Then we also do have the Maxi Cozy swing, and that one I also got off Facebook Marketplace. Someone else had bought it, their baby hated it. So my suggestion is if you can try it out from someone, or if you can find it secondhand, to do that, because not every baby likes bouncers or swings, and you don't want to waste your money getting all this fancy stuff that your kid's never going to use. She does like the swing. We were able to use the swing pretty much from day one. She now likes it a little bit less than the bouncer, but we can still do both, which is great because we just switch back and forth. As far as like toys, like I said, contrast cards, any of these little like hanging toys, we love these like contrast books that you can read to them. We use this pretty much every day. It has like crinkly noise, it has little like hooks on it. Something like this is fantastic. Otherwise, the contrast cards, we also have a couple more like black and white books upstairs. That's great. And then, like I said, pretty much that's all you really need toy-wise for babies, because they talk to you, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So don't go crazy on the toys for, I'd say, 0 to 3 months, because you can do the contrast cards and like little like hanging toys maybe, and that's really all you need. So when it comes to baby wearing and like leaving the house, we had the Moby, like the soft body wrap. She did not like that at all. We tried it so many times. I think one time she slept in it and it was a miracle, and I loved it for that day, and we've never been able to use it since. However, the structured wraps, we have this Wildberg one, which is so easy to put on. I can do it by myself. We use this pretty much every day for a walk when I take the dog out and I don't want to take the car seat and the stroller. Fantastic. I love this one. And like I said, carriers are one of those things your kid will either love it or hate it. Like I said, she hated the soft body, like being really tight and close to me. But this one, she wasn't a fan at first, but we kept using it and now she really likes it. So definitely worth the investment. I know Wildberg we love. I know a lot of people really like the Maybe, and then there's like the super bougie one, the Artipop. But something like this you can also find secondhand, or you can even get dupes. I'd say the last category, which I don't have with me, but is just a stroller of some kind. I would say, I think I made the right decision. We went with a mid-weight stroller from Nuna. So instead of like, they have the Nuna Mix Next, which is like 30 pounds, we got one that's a midweight. So I think it's like 19 pounds. I would say try to go for a midweight stroller. If you have one kid, it's easy to get in and out of the car. We have the Triv Next, and I know there's a lot of other strollers that are around the same weight, so something that's a little bit on the lighter side, because even that, it's like already enough weight for me. Like, not that I can't lift weight, but I would not want to be lifting anything heavier than that, plus a carrier. We use her carrier nonstop. We don't have a bassinet attachment, which would have been great, but it's something you really don't need. Like I said, if you get it, or if you can afford it, it is fantastic, but it's something that we've been able to just use the car seat carrier, or we just carry her in the Wildberg wrap, and that works fantastic. Yeah, somewhere that she's gonna be safe in the car and you can hook in and out of your stroller really easily is all you need. And that pretty much covers everything we have used non-stop since she was born. Another thing that I would suggest is we have a possibility of allergies or just really dry air. So we do have an air purifier and a humidifier. So we've been using those as well, but it's not necessary. But yeah, those are the things we've used, and a lot of things that we thought we needed, we haven't used, or we didn't end up using because she didn't like it. So the moral of the story is less is more. You really don't need that many things. They're gonna spend a lot of time on you. They're probably gonna be held a lot of the time. And if they're anything like my baby, you won't go out that much other than for like maybe walks, or even if your kid goes to daycare, a good diaper bag with everything in it, you are set to go. But I hope this was helpful, and maybe I can do another one of these when she gets older and we can talk about things that I've added to the routine. But I love y'all, and again, let us know what you want to see. Bye.